Hello, Dr. Shannon. Please tell us about yourself, why you are running for office, and what talents you would bring to the office.
I am Dr. James E. Shannon. I am the pastor for the last 15 years of People's Community Church here in Glen Ellen. I'm also a resident of Glen Ellen for 37 years. I've had 2 children to graduate from Glenbard South High School, and we were always involved in a lot of the parents' things with the school. Also, I was led while my children were attending Glenbard South to start a mentoring program there because so many people of color and children of color felt like they didn't have a voice. So we did that mentoring program for many years, and what I bring to the board that's very unique, I was able to deal with a lot of the problems that the students had with the administration and were able to work with the administration and help them to solve a lot of those problems. So I bring a kind of unique understanding of that to the board. Also, I am a current board member, and I also know a lot of the things that's going on. So I'm running for the board now because I started out as an advocate, but now I can set policy. So that's, to me, is like a promotion. So now I can set policies that would continue to carry this equity and inclusion that I started some years ago, although they have programs now, but before they had nothing. So I was the one who actually started the equity and inclusion program, and to hear and to help children and young students feel safe when they felt like they didn't have a voice. So that's one of the reasons that I'm running, to make sure that the voice that I started hearing a long time ago will continue to be heard. But this time they're going to be heard through policies and not so much through advocacy.
Dr. Shannon, if elected, what are your goals or the initiatives you would like to pursue and why?
If I'm elected, I would like to use my position on the board to make policies that will help deal with some of the real issues that our students face in life. Especially like with my mentoring program, we had a program that was called Jump Shots, Not Gunshots. And we used basketball to help students realize that their place in life and how it is to play together and do things and to bond. But I also would like to further that concept in dealing with the students and to face some of the real life issues and have the board to be able to address some of these issues in the community, whether it's substance abuse, sexual transmitted diseases, some of the other things that would deal with health problems. And I can see that they're addressing a lot of those issues through the parent series that they're doing with Gilda Ross. And I think that's an excellent program. Also, I would like to do something along the line with, I'm once again in an advocate role, advocating for college success. For example, with African American students that are attending state universities, 6 out of 10 of those students are failing. And I would like to address that issue in a way that we can invite more parents out to get them more involved in this college success thing that we really need to do, because this is a great way of doing that. And I understand they have a lot of after school programs now that's addressing that, and they have more people of color that's attending those programs than have ever done before. So I would just like to be a vocal voice for that, and to continue those kind of programs in our community that will help prepare our young people for the real world when they go out there, because there are a lot of things out there in the real world that would affect them in a way that they may not understand as students. So that's my role, is being a person that will help to address some of the real issues that our students face.
Dr. Shannon, how will you communicate with your constituents and involve them in the decision-making process?
We are doing some great things in District 87 in communicating with the students with our newsletters and some things that we put on Facebook. But sometimes we're so quick to celebrate our achievements and not be able to deal with some of the things that the board is doing, and also help the parents to be able to see that. We have our open participation at every board member, public participation at every board member meeting. But I would like to see us kind of broaden that concept so that we can communicate with all parents. For instance, if a parent, one parent lives here in Glen Ellen and another parent lives in California, that we may want to communicate in a way where all parents, my role, I think, is to help all parents communicate with the school board for their children, and have a two-way conversation all the time, that a parent feels like they can reach us. And I also would like to deal with some of the parents that that have not communicated with the school board. I would like to find out why they haven't communicated and what we can do to make it better for them to participate. If they're not computer savvy, maybe there's another way that we can communicate with them. There's a lot of things that we can do, but I would like to see us have this maximum participation, that any parents that want to communicate and find out the policies and the procedures and the operation of the board, that they would have access to do that. No one would be denied communication with the board members as far as I'm concerned. And I think that is very, very important, that we communicate with the parents. In locus parentis, we are in the place of the parent, and the parent needs to know what we're doing. Once again, my name is James E. Shannon. I'm pastor of People's Community Church here in Glen Ellen for the last 15 years. I've lived in Glen Ellen for 37 years. I've had 2 children to graduate from Glenbard South. And once again, I'm running for the Board of Education so that, all students can get a quality education, regardless of race, creed, color, gender, sex, or national origin, that they can get a quality education in District 87 here in Glen Ellen. Thank you. And I hope I can get your endorsement.